when they announced the finalists last night, did you have any advance warning or notice, or what was it like not to see your name come up among the final 3 for defensive player?
I deleted social media, so I'm not on. I didn't see it at all. Now.
When you found out?
So right now?
Come on. You didn't find out till just now that you're not a finalist for defensive player?
I'm not on social media. I don't watch TV.
Then I'm sorry, but bam, you're not a finalist. Mikal Bridges, Rudy Gobert, and Marcus Smart got it. I know it's very meaningful. You've told us that. So what's it like not to be in that?
Disrespectful, obviously. I feel like I can do anything that 2 out of the 3 can do. Besides, I can't teach height. But they all 3 play on TV more than me, so I would expect that. They get more TV games and they get more exposure. People like to talk about them more. Don't nobody want to talk about us, so it's whatever at that point.
That said, do you think people also don't appreciate the nuance? That there's probably not definitive metrics other than maybe going deep into the metrics where you can just say, hey, X, Y, and Z, that what you do has to be seen to be appreciated.
Yeah. I feel like that's why a lot of dudes do get a lot of awards, in my opinion. They're always on TV, getting to just showcase their talent and, so happen to have good games.
And then last for me, we know you use things for fuel. Where does this rank on the chip on the shoulder list?
Man, at the top.
Why does that award mean so much to you? You obviously have made your own. It's an important award for you personally. Why does it mean so much?
Just because, I came into the league and I started playing off of defense. That's one of the things that stood out to my coaches who drafted me to the organization, that I could play defense and could get stops. So in my opinion, why not try to get an award that you've been, you got here off of?
Is there a degree of frustration for you knowing that probably one of the main reasons you're not in that top 3 is something that you couldn't control at all, which is your son?
The frustration is we don't get as much TV games as they do. That's the only thing that's frustrating, because I feel like if I had as many TV games as them, it wouldn't be, I'm out of the finalists and this, that, and the third.
Have you kind of, focused from that great performance you had in Game 1 and kind of keep that going for the rest of the series?
You said great performance? You talking about as a collective unit, or? We just got to do what we've been doing: shooting the ball, getting the cohesive triggers, staying with our schemes, and living with the result.
But do you like the fact that your first performance, not getting the TV games, your first performance in the playoffs was the signature defensive performance like that you guys all kind of shut down one of the best scorers in the league?
Yeah. And, we get to play on TV. So I feel like it's a great moment for all of us that we get to play on TV, get to actually show our talents. And then, just let everybody see what we do.
You guys obviously nationally televised your playoff game yesterday, the game after yours, the Celtics versus the Nets seemed to kind of dominate the basketball. You were on social media, so maybe you didn't see it, but that's where a lot of the conversation was going, and what this series would mean for the winner of it, but would it springboard to the finals. Being on the number 1 team in the East, do you feel like you guys have been given your just due?
No, because, like I always say, 60% of our team is undrafted. The media doesn't want to talk about undrafted players. We can be honest here. Media don't want to talk about, Gabe Vinton, Max Strus. They just recently started talking about Duncan. So in my opinion, I feel like that's why we don't get as much exposure and, credit as we should, because we got 60% of our team is undrafted.
Ben, there were a couple possessions early yesterday where Trey kind of took you on a switch, and then he got off the ball, and the two of you were 30 feet from the rim, not really involved in the play, and the Hawks are playing 4-on-4. To you, I mean, there's not a lot you can control about that once if you decide to do that on the switch. But is that a good defensive result if you essentially take Trey out of the play and the Hawks are playing 4-on-4?
Yeah. At that point, you take their the best player on their team, away from the game. I feel like that's a great scheme for anybody. I'm thankful a lot of people be if Stephen Curry passed the ball and just stood, at half court. So I mean that's a plus for us, in my opinion.
Ben, with Trey and Bogdan going 1 for 20 combined yesterday, what do you expect to see from those guys tomorrow?
I don't expect them to go 1 for 20 again, in my opinion. I feel like they're gonna come in laser focused and try to dig themselves out of this 0-1 hole.
Any more?
Black Lives Matter, people.